This is part 10 of our budget home reno. I started by attacking this mold that we found in the kitchen, and I'm really hoping this just goes away. And I'm back repairing the ceiling because after we painted, we noticed that there were some spots that just really needed some attention. And then I got tired of that, so I started covering everything in preparation for painting. Using a paint sprayer is amazing, but the prep required is pretty intensive and everything really needs to be covered well. Then Josh came with some food, so we took a break, which you don't see here, but then he took over the sanding while I used joint compound to patch up some more holes. Then I went in and repaired the ceiling in the places that we had not done such a good job sanding, which is really a bummer because this all could have been avoided if we had just paid more attention. But I guess it is what it is. And this is just another example of very realistic problems that people who don't know what they're doing run into. Anyway, I used a tiny roller to touch everything up, and now the ceiling is ready for regular paint. I'm finishing up the day right now in our Reno house, and I thought I would give you guys a little look around to show you what kind of state our house is in. So we still have this giant elliptical just chilling in the middle of our living room. Someone's coffee. I have no idea whose that is. I just want to point out that things are not put away. They are just like dropped. And the same with down here. We don't put stuff away. It just sits there. I know it feels good when everything is like put away and cleaned up, and maybe that's what it looks like in other people's DIYs. But for me, we're just gonna be taking this stuff out again tomorrow, so we don't stress about cleaning up after our day. You can see the floors are really dirty, and we're probably not gonna clean this up until we're completely done like sanding everything. I'm gonna go back home now and get my kids, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's part 11 of our budget home reno, and today is painting day. And I feel like I have some pretty good experience painting with a roller, but painting with a sprayer is a completely different game. It definitely takes some skill and getting used to. I just kind of went to town. I was like spraying like a crazy lady, and about halfway through, my husband came and pointed out literally everything was dripping, which was so rude of him. And then I cried because how dare he. So we had to go around and find all the places that were dripping and touch it up a little bit. And after doing the ceilings and the top of the walls, I did the lower walls. I did turn the pressure down a little bit on the sprayer, and I think that definitely helped. So this first one is pretty much done, and we're going to be changing out the fan. So come back for the next part. This is part 12 of our budget home reno. And today we basically did one thing and one thing only, and that was get this fan up. So electricity kind of freaks me out. So while Josh was getting everything set up, I went ahead and covered everything to get ready for painting. Then I basically just assisted him in whatever he needed. And we were a little under the gun because we rented the scaffolding and had to return it today. And because we are the way that we are, we used it until like the very last minute. And if you're wondering, Josh has changed out lights before, but I feel like with each old home, it's always a little bit of a surprise. Because the first time after he set everything up and put the power back on, it did not work, which is really disappointing. But he was able to fix it because he's awesome. And we were able to return our scaffolding back in time.